can you make it clear? It's your host Rob Lowe bringing y'all another Humble Yourself episode. I'm gonna let y'all know again for the people who don't know. Humble Yourself is a topic for my little brother. It's something that he said to me while he was still alive. R.I.P. to my little brother. Passed away not too long ago. But we do this, keep his memory alive in a positive way. We bring the positive people on. Let's talk into positivity. Indeed, we got my man L on. How you, bruh?
Good, man.
What's good with you? Okay.
It's a bad start to the show, but we gonna keep it pushing though. My man L, dog, you got a wild story, man. You got a real wild story. I say, start at the beginning for the people, for the youngins, you know what I'm saying? The ones that's like 16 and 21 area. Just tell them how you grew up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And we get into the story.
For sure, man. I grew up, man, 18th M Street Northeast, born and raised. Went to foster care for a little bit, so I was out in different Maryland neighborhoods and stuff like that for a nice little period of time. Came back to the city when 18, when I left the foster care system. So, I mean, that's about it about me, man. At least coming up, I was foster homes, for real. More foster homes than with family.
Mm-hmm. And what was that like?
Trauma. That was inflicting trauma, man. You know, like, it messed me up a lot, you hear me? Because I was always wanting that mother and that father figure, man, and none of them never really belonged to me. Besides my father, Ralph Andrew Ferguson, man, that was, you know what I'm saying, he was deemed to die in 1994 from cancer, but God blessed me for him to live to 2005, man, you know, so I was blessed by that. But as I'm saying that he was deemed to die from cancer in 1994, that just goes to show you that he was sick and ill throughout the years leading up to 2005, but he tried his best. He did his best. He made sure he did his best to take care of me, even though, you know, the foster care system still took me away from him and all that. And, you know, it is what it is. I'm here now, but love you, Pop. One thing about that.
Sure, man. R.I.P. to Pops, man. That's a real good point to bring up, because that's the first thing that a lot of people think about with foster care. Is like, well, what was the parents? But it's not always that simple, right?
Yeah.
And it's a lot of things is not that simple, you know what I'm saying? Because had, you know what I'm saying, the upbringing, and then you went out on your own when you turned 18, you know what I'm saying, coming back to D.C., what was that experience like?
It was cool, but if I can step back for a hot second, so my biological mother, the only vision that I ever had of her and I remember of her was her laying in a casket at 6 years old. I was 6 and she was in the casket, so anytime I think about my mother, that's all I can remember, seeing her is in the casket. But to come back to your question, when I came back to D.C., I was running wild because I wanted to be something. So growing up in the foster care system, not belonging to anybody but wanting to belong to somebody, wanting love, wanting to be a part of something, and you always seem like the outcast. Even when I had some good families, but majority of the families I had, or even with the good families, I still was the outcast because I wasn't a real child. You understand what I'm saying? So, but when I came back to my neighborhood, boy, it was all love. It was all love. I just didn't know what that love was leading to. And I'm not going to say none of my friends did me wrong besides one. We ain't going to speak on them. But it was love. It was a unit. 18 for them, that was my unit. That was my family. Those were my homies. Those were my cousins. Those were my brothers, my sisters. Like if one ate, we all ate. If we drunk, we all drunk. We smoked, we all smoked. It was the love that I was yearning for, you know? And it was just different things that came with that love. Because if I love you, I'm going to go all the way out for you. And that's what I was doing, not knowing that was building a third home for me over DC jail. But, you know, I was a part of something. They loved me, and I loved them.
So, D, you got anything?
Yeah, so I want to know, because, you know, you talking about positive,
Yes,
you know, putting out positive information now. Go follow that Sober Living Project.
Appreciate it.
You know, yes, sir. So, where did you get the inspiration from? Because you know, I'm hearing the story, and, you know, Pops was in there doing his thing. You know, he was moving from foster care to foster care. So where did you find that positive, you know, that positive talk in your life? You know, somebody that groomed you. You know what I'm saying?
Let me shake your hand again, D, because when you was extending your hand when we started, I thought you was about to shake my back. So it's all love.
You good.
So, man, so I was always, like, every home, and I was always in the church. Not heavy, but heavy, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, because when you gotta go, you gotta go. But, what really got me into my positive walk, my positive change, was April 10th, 2017, when I was locked up for first-degree murder that I didn't do. I was lied on, and this is my first time going to trial for a big boy charge, and I know going to trial with that, you facing 30 years. So I had no friends, I had no family. I just had children that I left out there vulnerable. I was a cold-blooded coward, dude, because I chose the streets over my children because I was an alcoholic. I wanted to drink. I did things that you're supposed to do as a father, but the main thing you're supposed to do as a father is spend time. And I wasn't doing that because I'd rather spend time getting twisted. You know what I'm saying? I had the whole concept of life misconstrued, no understanding, because my father wasn't really here to show me really how to do it. Like I tell a person now, two things I never learned was how to raise children or treat a woman, and I learned that daily. But sitting in that cell facing first-degree murder and somebody else did it and said that you did it, like, it's so crazy because you like, damn, is it over? I remember the first night in there, John, I pulled my cover over my eyes and I cried tears of steam because I'm like, damn. But I just kept on saying, God, please help me, man. I don't even know what I'm going to do. You know, one thing I knew I wasn't going to do, I knew I wasn't going to be telling and stuff like that, because I'm not going to be labeled a rat or nothing like that. I was standing up to a code that the code don't even give a fuck about me. My bad. Excuse me on that. But it don't. What is a street code? What is a code? Don't nobody respect that code. Don't nobody. Would that have changed the decision that I made? Nah. Because guess what? One thing I did tell myself, I should have never jumped my ass off this porch if I couldn't deal with the consequences. So I started getting on myself and also getting into the word. I got on myself because, and by me getting on myself, I was telling myself, like, you knew what comes with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It can be betrayal of a friend, loss of a friend, loss of your life, jumping in these streets. You hear what I'm saying? You have to take a life. Just unfortunately, at this point in time, I didn't take this life that I'm being tried for. And going to court in front of 12 jurors that all they see you as a murderer because they've been sitting in this room in this jury box and jury duty saying this guy's here is going up for first-degree murder of a stabbing of a person that got stabbed 41 times. And I'm like, damn. All they see is a killer. And I ain't killed shit. But I was hurting, but I just said, God, man, if this is meant for me to have to do this, I know I can come back on appeal. But I just started getting my life together. I said, you know what, God, if you give me another chance at this, Father God, I ain't gonna never pick up no more drinks. I'm not gonna smoke. I'm not gonna do nothing. I've been home almost 4 years now, and I haven't drunk, smoked, or none of that because I have to keep my mind clear because some of the things that was going on when I was getting intoxicated was some people, you know how you got good people in your ear. Man, stay away from them. Stay away from them. Don't mess with them. No good for you. But this is my drinking partner. I ain't really trying to hear that. Shit, I'm about to go get drunk and turn up. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what bit me. Now listen, the hard head make it soft fast. Hard head make it soft fast, man, and that's what really happened. But every time that I went down to the chapel and got into the word, it always fell on like scripture saying, He won't let a lying tongue punish me. We was talking about how they was thrown in the lion's den and it got out. You know what I'm saying? How they was thrown in the furnace. Then it was 3, then 4 ended up in there, and then the other one was Jesus helping them. So I was just getting uplifted with the word, like, man, He really got me. He not gonna let a lying tongue punish me, because in His word it's not no lies. It might have been changed and rephrased millions of times, but it still say the same thing if you understand what you're reading. And I needed help. That's the only help I had, man. So that's what started my positive change and my positivity, man. Because I knew, like, if I get a second chance at this right here, well, not even a second chance, because He gives us more than second chances. If I get another chance at life, man, I'm going to do it right. I still got some things that I got to iron out, but I'm doing things daily.
Fuck. Okay.
My bad if that was a long one.
No. Yeah.
That's what we here for. And one thing that I took from that when you was talking about, we grow up and a lot of times we not really taught how to, treat a family or like how to treat a woman type of thing. And I feel like it's crazy that a lot of times that the codes that we be having to the streets and the codes that we be having to our niggas, a lot of times be the only codes we be having. We don't be having no codes for the family. You know what I'm saying? We don't be having no codes on how to treat a lady. You know what I'm saying? How to treat somebody that you feel like you really care about. Because that's all skills that we need for real when we get to the other side, when we really grown and we really out here trying to make moves for real, you know what I'm saying? And to get to your positive change, you had to go through a lot, right? And let me ask you this. Could you say what you went through was for a reason? Are you a religious person in that sense? Like, have you ever thought about it like that?
Want me to answer it now?
Do you think?
Give it to you, big bro. One thing about that, I thank God for those 3 years I spent behind that wall. Now, unfortunately, I'm sorry for the loss of the life that was taken. And I asked God to show the family discernment. And for people that don't know what discernment means, that means to show the real truth and the facts of what really happened. And show the family that I didn't do this, because I know they prayed and all that. A lot of people pray, but and God showed signs. So I prayed for him to show them a sign that I didn't murder their baby. But if I had not went to jail for those 3 years, man, and sat down, I would have been dead because it was the way I was living. I was drinking a lot, and I had a close friend of mine die off alcohol poison, man. He started having seizures and all that, and it really hurt me because that was one of my drinking buddies too. And just to watch him go at a young age, and I was on that road too. But then you look at it like, man, God blessed you though. I'm not questioning God, but like he was younger than me. Like why but sometimes you just gotta sit back and humble yourself, like you said, like your brother said. You know what I'm saying? Long live your brother. Appreciate that message right there. You gotta humble yourself, because if you don't humble yourself, you'll run into a wall. You'll run into something that you can't get out of. So you know what I'm saying? By us humbling ourselves, we can sit back and analyze everything. A word, scripture. Lean not to your own understanding, but all your ways acknowledge me, and I'm gonna direct your path. I might not never know how anything is happening in this world, or when it's gonna happen, or how it's gonna happen. But if I thank him, and I just be thankful for him waking me up and keeping the hedge of protection around my family and everybody that's around me, then I know we gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? So I was thankful for that. I had to learn to respect that, because this saved me. Jail saves a lot of people. It breaks people, it makes people. It broke me and remade me into a man. I became a man at 30. Not 21. I became a man at 30.
Became a man at 30, and I'm what, a month away from being 30, man. My birthday on April the 9th, bruh. And I understand what you mean, for real, because it's like, I'm the type that I'm always trying to learn, you know what I'm saying? And I'm feeling like, okay, I got this shit down. No. Next day, I'm on some other shit. I'm like, okay, let me get this shit straight, you know what I'm saying? And it's a bunch of different stuff, especially when you're getting busy, and I'm trying to get money, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get fly, I'm trying, you know what I'm saying, get all type of shit for real.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to thinking like, oh, my time's so important, this shit. You lucky to even be in the situation to even be trying hard for that shit, for real.
I want to add something else to you, but like, another thing that really got me was like, I guess when I was released, man, from over the jail to the halfway house, it was like I was rushing for time. Even though you can't never get back that time you lost, but I had to make sure I stayed busy. One, stay busy so I won't go back to drinking and go back to any negative activity. So I was going back over from the halfway house to clean up over the jail with Sergeant Battle. He would come over there with the pre-trial people to get them over there to clean up over the jail. I was from the 3 at night to 9 at night to 3 in the morning shift. Then I was going to Project Empowerment. So that was 2 little gig things that I was doing. Then when I finally got out of the halfway house, I went to another job, but I kept myself busy. Like, I can't sit still. I gotta stay busy because it's just something about it, man. Like, I lost so much time, I can't get it back. So the time that I lost then, now I can just make time count for every move that I make.
It's a fact.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit, lighten the mood up. So for your positive talk, your Sober Life Project, what's like your mission statement to a young man out there, that you're trying to draw in and, shed some light and change the aspect on how the way he look at life?
So with the Sober Living Project, man, and my positive shop talk that's coming up this Sunday on the 25th. Along with that, I'm also before I even LLC that which is my own company, I was the co-chair of I am still the co-chair of the Trigger Project. So I deal with violence prevention and sobriety. So I can answer in both from the Trigger Project and the Sober Living Project. So say it one more time. They get one more time. My bad.
Like, what's your mission statement for the Trigger Project?
Wait, no, Sober Living. Okay, yeah. So the mission statement for my Sober Living Project is basically, man, it takes situations, it takes change, it takes obstacles to break the chains to addiction. Also with the Sober Living Project, I want a person to know that addiction is nothing but a word. And they put the power to the word. So what I do with addiction is we stand on addiction. We take the power from the word and put the power back with its rightful owner, which is ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a mind thing. If you say I'm not smoking today, if you say I'm not drinking today, and you don't do it, you did that. You made that decision with your mind. If you say I gotta smoke, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, you made it up in your mind that you want to do, because it forms in your mind first, then it's acted out physically through the movements of your body. There's no way around it. Now, some drugs hit harder than others, and sometimes some people get dependent on drugs. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to take the power out of addiction, man. People put so much power in something that has no power over them, but they give it the power. So that's another reason the murder rate up in the city. Because 9 times out of 10, majority of the murders that happen in the city, somebody is infused off some type of substance. That the substance is actually doing you, because once you're done doing what you done did and you sitting over the jail, you're crying. You feel what I'm saying? Or you end up dead and your family crying. It's just a thinking thing. It's a thinking game. You putting shit in your body that's killing you. Alcohol is like rubber alcohol. That shit dries you out if you continuously drink it, if you abuse it. I was abusing alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I was abusing the shit. See, I don't have nothing against anybody to do anything, because if you can do it and maintain a focus, that's you. I couldn't. So I was an asshole with mine. I always ended up in jail and shit like that. Then I had friends that was in hospital beds. I'm a peer recovery coach at Howard University Hospital now. And my mission as far as life is to show everybody that they're stronger than addiction. And then also, guess what this? If you fighting a battle that you really think that you can't win, that you already won, if you make it up in your mind, you know what I'm saying? Watch, look at all the pros that come with it. You'll save much more money. You'll be able to do way more things. You'll be able to be a better provider for yourself. And just to elaborate on the Trigger Project real quick, what we do with the Trigger Project is the true reasons I grabbed the gun evolved from risk. Every person that might shoot and kill somebody is not a killer. You never may know what may go on with that person. So, with the Trigger Project, we stand behind the shooter and console the victim as well. You feel what I'm saying? Because guess what? I could be coming in my house every day and see you whooping my mom's ass, and I get tired of you whooping my mom's ass, and I shoot and kill you to defend my mother. Or you could be whooping my ass every day. I'm coming from school or something, and I get something to protect myself because I can't see you with these. It's not that I'm a punk. It's not that I'm a sucker. You're bigger than me, and you always wearing me out. So now I get mad and I'm protecting myself. Are you saying I'm a killer? No. You got to stop labeling people. You got to understand. You got to meet a person where they're at. Everybody's so quick to label everybody. Come on, man. You ain't the judge. There's only one judge, and it's God.
Supposed to follow.
Well, y'all got follow. That's why y'all got follow.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Follow.
That's why you follow the Instagram, man. Sober Living Project. Shit.
Yeah.
That's what.
That's the type of talk
And
people need to hear.
you said what every y'all talk every week?
Yeah, so I be having a meeting with my youngest man every Thursday, y'all.
Okay.
And I bring my Tia Bell with the Trigger Project. Love you, sis. She actually is the founder of the Trigger Project. Gave me my voice when I first came home, man, to start sharing. And a lot of people don't know about us as black men speaking and sharing what's going on inside with us, man, that we actually healing.
Right.
Because if we don't get what's going on inside of our mind and body, like if we fucked up and angry and we really heard about something, if we don't elaborate and explain that shit to somebody or express that shit to somebody that really can help us or just sometimes vent, bro, that shit will make you crash the fuck out, and then you'll be the one dealing with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing we was talking about outside, about going straight to the solution. Yeah, we gonna have to deal with dread, with the grief and all this, but we need to figure out what the solution is in the time of the moment as well. So while we crying, we need to figure out, all right, boom. Prime example, man, I like when I got locked up, I fucked up. Wrong place at the wrong time. I knew better. So I'm getting on myself. So now I'm also saying, you know what? When I get out here, I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I got people coming over to jail, sitting in the jail, Trayon White, people from the Black Fathers Matter. You know what I'm saying? My sponsor, Larry Watson, Corey Knight, Hope Foundation, you know what I'm saying, Larry Moon. So these people, I'm telling these people, I'm a grown ass man. So these people, I want to do what they doing. I want to be like them because everybody follows somebody. Don't get it twisted. So when people say these things, like when we was talking about sayings the last time I was on here, people say this and people say that. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Everybody follows somebody some type of way, but they just make it their own craft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You remold it. You know, the fuck. I'm not the first person to start speaking. I'm not the first person to stop drinking. But this is my shit. This is my craft. So if I know how to stay sober every day, I'm gonna share my craft with you. And I never ever want to see a man down, especially not a black man. I always want to see you up. And my last little message to the kids, you know, basically, or to the youth, everything is free to the black man in the city. Why do I say that? Why do you say that, Linda? I say that because all you gotta do is apply yourself. If you wanna go get it. How the fuck can I get it and you can't? Sober Living Project. Hit me up, DM me. I'll show you. That's all I did the whole time I was in jail was networking. I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. I got 2 good guys right here and 1 good guy behind the camera. So if you ever want to learn how to shoot or anything like that, talk on podcasts and things like that, guess what? Now I done network. Now I done met 3 more people that's positive.
There you go. That's how you stack it up right there. We're gonna teach them real quick. You know what I mean? Thursdays. You said Thursdays. Yeah, hit them up for the address and all that. Sober Living Project. You know what I'm saying? Sunday the 26th. You got the grooming service going on.
Yeah, the positive shop talk. Unfortunately, the list is locked. But if you want to come through, Dash was 1340 8th Street Northeast. You want to come through and just hear a good word. My speakers is Rodney Red Grant, a comedian and also, man, a very positive man in this city. He's trying to bring back vocational school and vocational training in the schools so that people can really learn, because everybody don't want to go to college. Person might just want to trade, so you bring that back into the city. It's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot more winning for the people. You know what I'm saying? Also, I got Anthony Matthews, who was my public defender that actually defended me on my murder case, and that's my hero. You know what I'm saying? Grown ass man, and another grown ass man is my hero because he told me not to throw my life away. He told me to fight. You know what I'm saying? He told me to fight. And one thing that I remember about him telling me the first day was, I said, man, are we going to win? He said, I can't guarantee you that, but I can guarantee you we going to fight. That's all I needed to hear because I knew God had me regardless anyway. Also, I got my private investigator that was on my case as well, Michael Rucker. Then I got Queen Afi, domestic violence wears many tags. And I would love you to come out and hear her because one thing about her, she's such a powerful speaker dealing with domestic violence, because domestic violence ain't just the abuse of a man abusing a woman. It could be a woman abusing a man as well. You know what I'm saying? Verbal abuse, emotional trauma. What you think turns some of the kids to killers because they ain't getting the love at home, so they find it in the streets. And you got to be up on your game in the streets to survive in the streets. You hear what I'm saying? You know, and not to give too much to her story, but you know, she's such a strong woman. She lost her daughter to domestic violence mixed with gun violence. Her daughter was killed by her baby father, and and to see her be able to speak is so powerful. And I love her dearly. Then we also got Mocha B. Mocha B is like she's a poet. She's a motivational speaker. She's a healer, a black beautiful queen, man, and that's what we move around. We all beautiful in our own way. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we do, and this is all black faces that all come from either southeast or northeast, doing something positive. We turning negative into positivity. We turning pain into passion. So this Sunday, March 26th at Dazzle, this is my second annual Positive Shout Talk. You know what I'm saying?
What time it start?
12 to 5 p.m. I'm also going to have the 360 booth down there for a hot second for like 2 hours. So you get you a fresh cut, fried down, laid to the side, and jump on there and get you a little picture in. And I also, so it was, last year I only did 20 males getting their haircut. This year we got 20 males and 20 females. So we got two beauticians doing hair as well with my barber cutting hair. And also, man, rest in peace, Big Dave. My barber just lost his father about a week or two ago to gun violence, and he's still going to be cutting hair and dealing with gun violence. You know, I didn't even really know what to say to him, but I asked him, did he want to still do it? He said, yeah. So, Black, my brother Black, my barber Black, I love you, bro. Rest in peace to Big Dave, and your cousin, man, and just much love, and I hope to see y'all there, man, on the 26th.
Big shout outs to the barber, man. Strong man right
Strong
now.
man.
What? Strong man.
Strong man.
To realize, you know what I'm saying, that you could still have an impact in this world. You know what I'm saying? Even when you, maybe sometimes you can even have a stronger impact in this world when you're going through your toughest times.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Glad you
Because
said
yeah, people look at you. Even for me, you know what I'm saying, on my level, you know what I'm saying, losing my little brother, you know, I had different people come up to me and tell me, like, you know, you a leader in the way that you reacted to how he passed away, you know what I'm saying? And keeping your attitude positive and staying working and staying being creative all the time. And that's what led to this interview. Love.
A lot of people have to deal with a lot of people grind hard in a time of depression. In a time of things hitting hard, you grind hard, you find yourself going hard at the thing that you're trying to master, and you end up mastering in that. Not saying that we gotta go through that, but I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is about that, but it's just something that's impeccable that what we do, we all do it. We all do it when we going through, bro. We grind hard. And like I said, I just met y'all. It's my second time, third time with you, bro. But I'm just saying, like, I just know y'all grind hard because we like-minded spirits in this jump, man, and we all on the grind mode. So, you know, we can't stay home with our head tucked between our knees and cry it out. We gotta do what little bro wants you to do, what you've been doing. What my little cousin, Long Live Link, rest in peace, Mondale, will want me to do. You know what I'm saying? What your peoples will want you to do, what your peoples will want you to do, and what you supposed to do. Bills don't stop.
What you here for real, for real.
Yes, sir.